Now, when you first start this, the thing is that you can only see the very first step. That means once you make the decision, the way for you to do it shows up in your life immediately. The opportunity for you to go to the next level shows up in your life immediately. But often what we say is, well, I want to know what this step is, and this step is, and this step is. And the universe is like, listen, you're going to play by our rules now, right? Because your rules are getting you what you've got. So it doesn't matter what you think. This is the way that it goes. You get this step. Once you change, adapt, and grow to this step, then the next one is shown. And then you do the same thing all over again. Then this goes up to here. And it's the same process. Now, people often ask me, well, how long does it take to get from here up to here? The only thing that determines that is this. How much you waver with this piece right here. Your decision. This can be very quick. Suzanne told you she went over $1 million in 10 months, right? Very quick because she didn't go back on this every other day. She stayed in this phase, change. That's where she stayed. Because I told her, I said, Suzanne, you've got to learn to become comfortable being uncomfortable. And one day she called me up and she said, God damn it, I thought you only said I had to do that once. I'm like, holy shit, relax. No, it's a process that happens over and over again. You have to become comfortable learning to be uncomfortable. There, you've got to stay out there and change, right? But it happens very fast because then you go through, you pass up all this stuff where doubt, worry, and fear come in because you're contemplating not doing it. You see, a lot of people make a decision, or they say that they make a decision, and then tomorrow they're thinking to themselves, well, I don't know if I want to do that. That's not a decision. When you make a firm, fast, hard decision, you don't think about not doing it. It's not an option. It's, I've picked this direction, I'm going for this, and I'm going to see this through until it happens. Now, once I get there, I may change my mind to do something else. I may look for a different outcome, whatever. Fine, that's perfectly fine. But you see this all the way through because it gives you the breakthrough. It gives you the breakthrough. Once you break through this and you come out on the other side, an interesting thing happens. Your subconscious mind can't deny that you had the experience. Prior to that, your subconscious mind will tell you, yeah, but you've never experienced that. Experience is essential to the transformation. It doesn't even have to be a big experience. It can be incremental experiences, but you must give yourself new experiences. You have got to step into the growth. And I'm going to tell you, it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It's hard. It's difficult. It's difficult. Now, it's not that it's physically difficult, it's mentally difficult. Because your mind keeps wanting to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And the only reason that is because you haven't trained yourself on how to think. That's the only reason. It's the only reason. If you train yourself how to think the way that you want to think, that won't be difficult. And doing that really isn't all that difficult either, because once you become clear on what you're willing to let go of, then you'll find that the fear begins to drop. Because you got to think about it. In order for your subconscious mind to stop you, it's got to create a scenario where you start evaluating, is this worth it? Think about it for a moment. If you were on a path to get what you want, why would you turn around? And yet we see people do it all the time. sometimes they do it right before they're about to win. And they're absolutely convinced that they're not going to win. And they're ready to throw in the towel, the whole thing. How is it that your subconscious mind can convince you of a scenario so realistic in your reality and yet such a big lie? Because it has to present scenarios that you can see through your past stories. It wears you down physically. Sometimes you actually get physically ill. When you're physically ill, then your resistance runs down, and it becomes very difficult for you to see the truth. The key to that, and everybody goes through it, is putting the right people in place in your life to help carry you during those times. Just during those times, though. Because the idea is that you actually do it. Now, I want you to think about this. With everything that you wrote down, what we got so far, where is it that you stop? Where is it that you stop? In other words, if what I'm telling you is true, the money's already in your life, you've got the ability to do it, where is it that you're stopping yourself from allowing it to come in? What is the one thing that you're not doing or not willing to do, or that you perceive that you have to do that may not even be real, that would allow you to make a transformation virtually overnight? That's what I want you to think about. Okay, we're going to take a break.